Elizabeth Cady Stanton, women's rights leader, abolitionist, Temperance Act supporter. During the 1800s and early 1900s, women didn't have many rights. They usually had to be at home watching the kids and doing housework. There weren't other options. An education? Maybe, but once you hit 16, 15, 14, you're usually out on the road. Women didn't have an education because why did they need one other than to go grocery shopping for the family? Just a basic knowledge of numbers and letters to read the labels on the cans was all you need. After they got married, did women have property of their own? I don't think so. How about money? Did they have their own money? And you can just forget about the right to vote. You're hardly a citizen. The Seneca Falls Convention of 1848. It was the first convention ever held by women for women, the first thing ever organized like that. It was held in Seneca Falls, New York, in a Methodist church, which was completely filled up. Every seat was taken. Despite this, it really wasn't a popular thing, and a lot of people thought that it was extremely unladylike. It addressed issues such as women's rights, of course, and abolition work. It gave reference to the Declaration of Independence, saying that all men are created equal, and by men, not man, but humankind, which includes women. Elizabeth Cady Stanton here gave the keynote address, which was very important, and we'll look at a quote from that later. This convention addressed the 14th and 15th Amendment. Elizabeth Stanton did not like the 14th and 15th Amendment, not because she was pro-slavery. In fact, she was an anti-slavery advocate, but because it did not involve women having the right to vote and having full citizenship. Stanton started to get older and older and older, but even in her aging, she still made lots of speeches and went to a lot of benefits because her battle with women's rights was not over. And now for the sad part of the story. Stanton passed away in 1902. Women earned the right to vote in 1920, 18 years after Stanton's passing. She never got to see the fruit of her works. Had it not been for courageous women like Elizabeth Stanton, the 14th Amendment might not have been passed. Stanton is remembered today whenever a woman goes into the voting booth. The right of citizens of the United States shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex. 19th Amendment. In her keynote address, Stanton made reference to the Declaration of Independence. She yearned for women to be equal to men, no more and most certainly no less. She stated about the meeting, "But we are assembled to protest against a form of government existing without the consent of the governed." The government was not running with the consent of the governed if half of the population, namely women, were not allowed to vote in officials. She wanted a change, and she got one in 1920.